Good morning, Mark. How are you doing?
Good morning, Carol. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing really good. It's been a while. We've been busy.
We've been gone. We've been on trips for the first time, almost the first time, other than Florida Hunt 7 in our own state. But the first time we've been on the road,
Hmm.
which was a lot of fun.
Yes, yes, it was a lot of fun. Um, just trying to get this all going over here. They did an update on here, so it's a little bit different than what it
Always
was before. So I'm not seeing any comments or anything. So
technology. I don't know why. Why can't it just stay still?
I don't know. I don't know, Mark. But yeah, it's been crazy, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been busy for sure. And now that we're back home, that's certainly a good thing. We're ready to, the next adventures that will go on, but also get back to a little bit of the work that our everyday, if you will, at Kellyco, which is also exciting.
Absolutely. So I guess our adventure started about 13 days ago.
Goodness gracious, yeah.
Seems like
What
so much longer.
we left on the 15th, didn't we? And we went to the Garrett, Charles Garrett Memorial Hunt in Canton, Texas, which was a blast. Uh, you know, just seeing all the great people there, all of our fans, Garrett fans, more importantly, Garrett themselves. It was just a great time.
It was a little bit chilly out there and it was a little bit rainy the first day.
On what was it, Friday?
Friday, yeah.
Oh man, I think we posted a picture on our Facebook page of all of us in our rain gear, our ponchos, and we stayed out there. I think we were out there for 4 hours or so. And when you dug a hole, the water would instantly fill the hole. I've never seen
Yeah.
anything like it.
That was crazy because we were looking for those tokens. And then I looked like a little dog. I would dig a hole, the water would go in, and I'm like going like this, trying to get the water out really quick to get the target before it's moving. And then there were roads that were turning into little like streams. It was crazy.
It was.
But
It was like flooding, actual flooding, where there, would be this little drainage ditch, and it turned into look like just a raging riverway.
yeah, it definitely had some current going with it. But it was really nice this year. They moved it from Jefferson to Canton, and it was on like this big campground and flea market ground. And they're known for having First Mondays, which is a huge event.
Hmm.
And they said, it slowed down for quite a while with the First Mondays. And last month's First Monday was like the biggest that they've had in history. It was so huge, everybody getting out. So some of the natural finds, the stuff that, was dropped during this event on First Monday, I seen some really cool stuff like little antique hair clips, tie clips, money clips. I
Hmm.
saw a cool badge that said junk dealer and it looked like a little sheriff badge.
Oh,
Um, I found a little pendant. There was some like jewelry and stuff, but it was a lot of fun. I think they did a really good job. I liked having the instead of the pavilion, you could actually go inside, which was nice when it was raining and wet. You could go in and get warmed up. And there were quite a few vendors in there, lots of finds to look at. So they paired up with the Texas Association of Metal Detecting and put on the event together. So it ended up being a really good event. We got to see people we hadn't seen in a couple of years. It was a
mhm.
lot of fun.
Yeah, that was great. I hands down the convention center idea, having a building you can go inside and just cool off, was a fantastic addition from the previous hunts that
Hmm.
Garrett has put on. But I will say the past ones were amazing, but this one just
Yeah.
it's insane how they can keep topping year after year. And I love how the relic hunt was a different location
Yes.
nearby. That was great. And I saw you were hunting up a storm. I know Nathan, our purchasing director, was also out there hunting, but you specifically, you were out there right when the cannon went off.
I was. I was trying to do as much hunting as I could. I took my breaks and I went to go see some people. I got to meet Mark Duncan for the first time from Ram Detecting. Of course, Jeff Luber, I got to see him. And then my Central Florida Metal Detecting crew was there. Gary Penta, Mark Hoover, Gail Hoover, Brian and Janet, Christine, Chuck, they were there. Got to meet Sue Roberts for the first time, which was really awesome. Kevin Hoagland.
Yep.
There were a lot of people out there. And I just want to say the Garrett crew themselves did an amazing job. We can't let that go without being mentioned. I'm from Steve Novakovich, Rusty, Steve Moore, Adam, Maureen was there, Mary was there. James Hurst was there helping out. I mean, everybody was there, everybody was working together, and it just was a really well organized event.
Yeah, and I want to give a big shout out to James Hurst for lending us 3 Apexes to use. I think we ended up using 2 because Jeremy Floyd, the president of Kellyco, brought his own Apex, which I don't know if he got updated with that firmware, but that's a different discussion. We were all able to use the brand new Apex out on the hunt, and I think that's what kept us out on the field so long, that we're finding so much natural finds and also tokens. I know you and Nathan were finding tons of tokens that you actually filled out stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, I won a few really cool prizes, which was awesome. So
how did that work too? Like there was 2 different ways, with the numbers and then the cards. How to let everyone know how that worked? That was really fun.
So actually down here in my bag, I got my bag because I haven't finished unpacking yet still, and my computer was in here. So I'll show you guys the patch from the hunt, which is really cool. I love the patch, which if you don't want yours, Mark, I would love to have it, but I'm just saying.
Don't you dare take my patch.
So this is the patch, big in Texas, and you can see the cards on it. So what they did is they had tokens out there, and the tokens you had to find different things. Like there were tens, jack, queen, king, and aces, and you were trying to get 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, full house, or a flush. If you got a flush, then you got to pull a poker chip, and the poker chip meant different things. So I know I pulled a white poker chip, which was really awesome, and I got $50. So I was happy about that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I won $50 with it.
That's amazing.
So and different things were being given away. But then they also had it was a small token, and it rang up like a penny, and there were a lot of pennies out there in the hunt fields, but it said GC on it, which stood for gold coin. So here I am, we're out there, and I kind of missed some of the directions at first because, I was getting ready and talking and all that, So here I am, I find 3 gold coins tokens. So I thought I got 3 gold coins. I was like, so excited. I'm like, holy crap, I just found 3 gold coins. So what the token would do is you would turn it in, and then you would reach into a bucket and pull out a coin. There were foreign coins, there were US coins, and then there were painted tokens. If you pulled out a painted token, then you would get a gold coin.
Okay.
So, and I know Nathan had found some of those too and got some foreign coins out of it. I know Janet got a gold coin. It was actually her first hunt. She found 1 token the whole hunt. His first time using a metal detector. She pulled out a painted token and she won a gold coin, which was really awesome.
Oh, that's great. I love hearing stories like that.
So, but then there were the YouTube stars. They also had like the personalities. They had tokens around around the grounds, and it was for some of the things that they were giving away. And they also had teal tokens. If you found a teal token, then it was good for a cache of coins. They had 57 in honor of 57 years that Garrett's been in business. So that was really cool. And I believe they gave away 57 detectors and pinpointers and detectors.
AT Pros, AT Maxes, Apex. I mean, that was incredible to see that many prizes.
Yeah, it really was.
So I did not get skunked out. I was pretty disappointed on Friday. I didn't find any tokens, but I ended up finding 3 tokens total. So that made me feel a lot better. Now it wasn't nearly as much as you, I know that, but I did have a great time. I found a lot of natural coins.
Yes.
When I say a lot, maybe 15 or so. But I also didn't have a shovel. Traveling with the shovel, I need to figure that out. So I was just using a hand digger, and that
Or my
soil.
shovel.
Yeah, I did. Someone may have kidnapped your shovel at one time. I won't talk about that, but it was you have a nice shovel, nice less shovel there.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So, but we won't talk about that.
we
So
won't
I
talk
just
about
walked around.
where we're
But
moving on.
overall, it was a really good hunt. And I know you stayed out there a little bit longer.
Yeah, yep. Stayed out there longer. We visited First Texas, Metal Detectors, Bounty Hunter, Fisher, Technetics. We had a great tour of their facility. Got to meet the executive staff over there, the workers. They were more than hospitable. We had a great visit. A lot of exciting things coming down the pipeline for First Texas that we'll be a part of. So it was a wonderful visit, and I think the first time visiting for Kellyco ever. So I think overall it was just a great trip between the Garrett hunt, going to see First Texas. We had a great time, and definitely would do it again.
And you got out and did a little bit of hunting down in El Paso, I believe.
That's right. That's right. So again, it was with Nathan and Jeremy. All combined, all three of us probably found, I would say, 50 shell casings and bullets from the late 1860s, 1860s and onward. This was a fort site. I won't say where it was or what the name is, out of privacy. But we had a great time. I actually have one of my finds here, which was not a find with a metal detector, but it was on the topsoil. And this is a glass stopper,
That's really awesome.
which was just kind of poking out of the soil. And it has an E on it, which I really like. But it's in full condition here, like no cracks or anything like that. It was just there, made possibly from the late 1800s. And I really like that. I also found a piece of pottery from that time frame that was made in England, and it has the writing on it. So that was really neat as well.
That's awesome. So when you guys were out there doing that, I came back and I was getting ready and I just headed up to a 5-day event in Nebo, North Carolina. I went to Vane Mountain with the LDMA, which is a Lost Dutchman's Mining Association. And they had a 5-day event. Mine Lab was there. Debbie from Mine Lab was there. And Stephen Patterson from Southern Relics, he was there as well. And we decided to get this cabin on top of a mountain. And I don't know, something's going on. All these events I'm going to lately, rain's coming down when I show up. So I thought I was this little ray of sunshine, but apparently I'm just a storm coming in and dropping down all the rain, because that every event I've been to this year, I've been to 4. All 4 events has rained at least one day.
Oh my God.
Something's going on.
Something.
But it was really cold up there. We got on top of the mountain the first night and it was like 29 degrees with like these winds that were like hurricane force winds on top of the mountain. And with the wind chill, it's probably like 15 degrees. And in the morning, I left 82-degree weather. So I'm like, what happened? But it was a great event. I got to meet a lot of different people. Some of them I had met at a Coney camp when I went there in October of 2019.
Mhm.
And Dominic, of course, he was there. So we just did a lot of really cool stuff. We had several hunts planned throughout the weekend. We did training with detectors. I learned a lot. I got to do some gold panning, which was kind of cool. I brought the sluice goose up and did a demonstration with the sluice goose, which is really cool. I opened up a bag of our pay dirt, dumped it in, and then boom, these little nuggets fell down, and it was instantly before I was even done. They're like, there it is, and you could see it. So the sluice goose is amazing. But we did some fun hunts. We did a night hunt. with glow sticks and glow bracelets, and Debbie flew her drone, and you look down there and it was like a sci-fi movie. When you're watching the video, all you're hearing is beep, 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 and you're seeing all these lights, and then you're seeing this drone with the light going on and then shutting off. It was really cool. We also did what we call the claim jumper hunt. So basically, there were these targets in one area. In order to get into the other area, you had to jump the claim. So once you find that target, you got to get into the other area, which had 5 tokens. And there was some pretty cool stuff, like a bag of pay dirt, a detector, silver. It was different things that were being given away for the in the claim jumper. And then we also did, I know my club members know, I've done 2 survivor themed hunts, and we did another survivor hunt up there. And Mark, it's the second time I have got people to willingly let me tie them to a tree.
Oh my gosh.
Twice.
You guys got to stop this. She's going to get out of control.
Oh, it was so funny. So what we did is we had puzzle pieces, and they had to solve the puzzle pieces. There were 17 in each lane. And there were 4 teams. The first 3 teams to finish moved on, while the 4th team was voted off the island. So the puzzle was trust your detector, because a lot of the people there, we did some extensive training, learning how to use all the different machines, because everybody had all different types of machines out there. And so we did a lot of training on the detectors.
What were some of the machines that were used?
Well, I got to use the MineLab Gold Monster and see how that worked. The GPX 6000, the GPX 7000, and then of course the Equinox is out there. And then some of the other machines people were using, they were using the Garrett AT Gold, the Garrett AT Pro, the Fisher F70, Note the Macro Amphibio,
Nice.
Note the Macro AU Gold Finder, the Eureka Gold. I never even had one of those in my hands before, so that was interesting to see.
A bit older.
Yeah. Some Xteras were out there. Vanquish was out there. Ace 400. So, and there were all these different situations. Debbie does a fantastic job setting up her test areas and showing how to use the detectors, what this detector will do that this detector won't do. So it was really, really awesome to see that. And it was really cool for me to actually experience the gold side, because I don't have much experience with the gold. So after all this training, the phrase that we put on the puzzle pieces was trust your detector, because one of the people said after he did his first seated hunt that Dominic put on, that he learned that he needed to just trust his detector and go with it. So that was the puzzle. So once they did that, they moved on to, I took rope, tied it to a tree, put carabiners on the rope, and they had to work together to get as many pieces in the cup as possible. Everything started out fine till everybody's in a group over here. Dominic, Debbie, and myself started throwing targets over here. Next thing I know, they're all on the ground, tangled up, crawling around, trying to find these puzzle pieces, and I'm just laughing. It was hilarious to see it. So then we had 2 teams that actually had the same amount of tokens. They had 109, and they went ahead and they moved on to the next challenge. So what they had to do is it was like a relay race. They had to run down through the aisles with a cup of water on their coil and not spill it. If they spilt it, then they had to start all over again.
Oh my gosh.
So then from there was 1 team left. Now we had to find out the final survivor. So what we did there is we did a pinpoint contest to see who did the best with the pinpointing. I had taped the target on the back of like a box, and they went in, said where it was, we initialed it, and then I just pushed the pin right through where the target was, and I could see who was the closest to it.
Oh, that's fun. The amount of games and exercises and challenges that you do, I think it's really unlike anything else out there. Like even the bigger hunts, dig stock, or these are great hunts, DIV, but the amount of challenges and how creative you are, I think it's a different experience, like something that everyone needs to try out. You're going to be going to some events coming up, aren't you?
Yes.
There's one in particular that I might be coming up with you. When I say up, where are we going?
Which one?
I think we're going to, is it Georgia, the next one?
Yes. That's Columbus, Georgia. It's a 1-day event. It's a show.
That's going to be
Kind of
fun.
like, yeah.
Gold focused, gold theme
Yep.
again.
Yep, absolutely.
And do they have natural gold? I know there's the Loud Mine, which is nearby. Maybe.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
they,
Georgia does have, because what's the name of that place? It starts with a D.
I know what you're talking about. DeLonghi. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's a huge mine up there.
I don't know where that
Um,
came from. How do I know that? I don't know.
I don't know either. You tend to learn stuff
Yeah,
in our
I do.
field. So this is actually a really cool shirt that I got while I was there. It says Diggers Detector Hunt 2021.
Oh,
They beep, dig, repeat. And then the back
that's
of the shirt's really nice. I don't know if you can see it or not, but
yes.
it's pretty nice shirt.
That's a really cool shirt. Did you
So
get me one?
I only got two because Tom came with me, so I only got
One,
two. And this one's
one.
actually kind of really big, but
I'll wear
that's
it. I'll wear
okay.
it. Thank you. Thank you for the shirt. Appreciate it.
So, but yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of fun. So that's kind of, getting back into the feel of events and everything like that.
Yeah.
Learning about gold and everything, like I said, was really cool. One of the things that I didn't know when you go to get the pay dirt is all the gems that you could find in there.
What?
I opened up one particular bag and there were some really cool stones. So one of the guys, I asked him to go down to the creek with me and pan it out, to get it down to the black sand and the gold, because it has to be classified to 1/8 in order to run it through the sluice goose.
Yeah.
So he's like doing it and he's like, I'm going really slow for you. And I'm thinking, this ain't slow, and he's like, I don't want to brag or anything, but I won the speed gold panning contest up in Colorado. And I'm
Wow.
like, and this is slow. It was pretty funny. But so he panned it out and he's like, look at some of these. And that was a really pretty one. The top of it was purple, it was amethyst, and it went down into white. But he pulled out like 6 different stones that were in there. And I found out what happens is a lot of these prospectors, gold detectorists, they get into, they get the pay dirt. Of course, there's gems in there, it kind of gets their interest. So then they start doing the gem mining as well. So it's kind of like when you start detecting, you're finding things and you find an old coin, and next thing you know, you're a coin collector as well. So that's kind of what the gold side is. You run into a lot of different rocks and you take an interest in the gemstones and things like that.
Well,
So
that's really cool.
yep.
And we have some sluice goose gold drops still available, don't we? I know we took some to the event, but if anyone is watching this and really interested in how it works, or maybe even want to pick one up, you can swing by the Orlando showroom, because we have a demo on display where you can see the whole process, don't we?
Yes, I have to put it back together. I haven't finished unpacking yet, but I have learned how to put it together and take it apart now and work it.
Wow,
So I'm pretty
that's
good at
cool.
it.
Yeah,
So
it's, I mean, when you first see it, it's like it may look a little scary because there are tubes and stuff, but I know, especially with you showing that whole process or how it looks, it's really not that hard, is it?
no, not at all.
That's exciting.
So our next event that we have going on, I think we're having a Note to Macro Day next week. I've got to confirm that. So that'll be really cool to get hands on with those and
Yeah.
meet with Dwight and Chris. So it'll be really fun.
Yeah, we're excited about the Note to Macro Day. Like
Mm-hmm.
Carolyn said, we're just confirming all the details. We'll make sure we announce it, but put it on your calendars just in case, or at least get ready to circle a day that we're going to be doing the Note to Macro Day. But that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
And I know you always have a great time with everybody visiting the showroom, trying all the products. That's what we're here for.
Absolutely.
Is just put them in your hand.
Yeah. And we got that test bed in here. I'm going to actually be doing some modifications to it.
Oh,
So, but we do have the test bed here so that you could check it out and see how it works and everything like that. So,
oh, that's cool. I can't wait to see what.
one of the most interesting things with the test bed, and it's not a big deal to us seasoned metal detectors because we kind of know how it works. We got this like big chunk of iron, like an iron nail with all this crud around it. And it's in the test garden right on top of the surface. So we get a lot of people who come in here who've never used the metal detector before. They don't know how it works. And just being able to demonstrate turning your discrimination on to discriminate out the audio and you don't
Yeah.
hear anything, and
Yeah.
then turning, going all metal mode and hearing it. I think that's really cool for new detectors to see,
Mhm.
just that one example.
And I'm
So
not going to brag or anything, but I think I was the one that found that big old iron nail. They call me the Iron Man of metal detecting. It's one of my favorite titles because of how much iron I find and not silver or gold. But yeah, I think you're absolutely right about showing how cool metal detectors are, how advanced they are with technology. It's, I always think of people seeing a detector and they think it's got the needle from Radio Shack from 30 years ago,
yep.
but it's so much more advanced, like you just said, where you can mask out iron and just find silver targets. It's the coolest thing to watch new people to the hobby come in, like, it can do that. It's like,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it tells you what metal you're finding. You should do this more often.
Yeah. Oh, Patrick Huntley said he saw us both at the Garrett hunt, but didn't get a chance to speak to us.
Oh,
Well, let me just say this. If you guys are out at an event and you see us there, come up and talk to us. We like meeting
yes.
people. Don't worry about interrupting. We like talking to people, learning, about the people in the hobby, hearing stories, war stories, you might say, whatever. So if we're ever out at an event, please come up and talk to us so
Yes.
that we can get to meet you. And I
Please.
apologize we didn't get to meet you.
Yeah, we tried running up and talking to people. And I think at the same time for us, we might feel, out of respect for metal detecting. Sometimes I did it and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to ask this person, what knee pads are they wearing? Because, we're always trying to stock the best products out there, or just say hi, being respectful of someone hunting, trying to find tokens or relics. So we did do that. But at the same time, Carolyn's absolutely right. If you see us, and you're fans of Coffee with Kellyco or just us in general, come say hi to us. We love talking to the customers, our fans. We saw a lot of Kellyco products like hats, the pouches out there. Carolyn actually had giveaways at the Charles Garrett hunt, and she was giving out shirts, ponchos. It was so cool to see just the field with Garrett products and Kellyco swag out there. That's the goal for Kellyco, is just to continue being a part of the community and doing what we
Absolutely.
can.
As far as the Red Dirt Shootout, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to that one or not. I haven't decided yet. I know I am sending some stuff up for a donation for the hunt. I'm just not sure if I'm going to make it up there or not, Patrick. But well, Mark, that about wraps up our time for today. But we will be back next week, of course. If you guys are liking what you see, please make sure that you like and follow us so that you could see more and we could keep doing these videos. But until next time, guys, stay safe out there and we'll see you next time.
Take care,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.
Bye bye.